Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Gaming Weekly here tonight. This is going to be an incredible and interesting broadcast, a very great episode, because in this one, the TGW Superstars, a whole slew of them, are going to be battling on Rainbow Six Siege for a chance to get the #1 contendership spot to face Glitch, the Rainbow Six Siege singles champion. And the question is, who wins? Well, you won't believe who actually ends up winning. You might want to stick around to the very end of the video, because there is a huge announcement as well. TGW presents the Rainbow Six Siege #1 contendership. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since the 10-year anniversary event, TGW is back on Rainbow Six Siege, the highly intense Rainbow Six Siege. Tonight, it is a special broadcast because we're going to be crowning a #1 contender to face the champion Glitch, in which Glitch actually won the title over the former champion Echo a couple of weeks ago. Hey everybody, welcome to GameSide. I'm Adrian here at GameSide. Now normally, my broadcast colleague Xbox Freakpit is actually joining us here weekly. However, tonight, I can confirm that Xbox Freakpit will not be joining us until further notice. So until then, we're going to be joined by the legendary Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Minigun Killer 10.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Minigun Killer 10, back here today. And I do have a major announcement to make later. But before I do, Adrian, my God, you don't change, do you? You gotta be remaining as a tool like always. But I have a friend that has something to say. FedEx, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Minigun, and I just want to say, Adrian Matt, you still suck after all these years. That's all.
Well, I guess we got that out of the way, and nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and continue to crown the #1 contender, Adrian Matt and Minigun Killer 10 at GameSide. Thanks, partner. Thank you very much.
Welcome, as always.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a developing story. We understand that at the end of the broadcast, there's going to be some major breaking news. We'll get to that in a minute. But here we go. A matchup is underway between Sheep Dream and Entomb Newt. Remember, Entomb Newt, by the way, who over the past couple of weeks has been displaying and has been outspoken over the fact that he's been losing in a losing streak, looking to win the big one in TGW, Entomb Newt has a chance to do that. In this event, we are crowning a #1 contender to face Glitch, the champion, at the end of this tournament. We'll get to that in a minute. Here we go. Matchup going on. Breaking down here. Sheep Dream at the moment trying to attack Entomb Newt, and Entomb Newt is actually blocking every single shot here, and the shots continue here, and this is not going to be a good one. There's another shot now. Sheep Dream is now in trouble, and a shot there! You gotta be kidding me. What a major sequence. Take a look at the replay here, Minigun. You saw Entomb Newt was actually playing tactical. Minigun, I gotta ask you this question. With Entomb Newt winning the first round, do you believe Entomb Newt actually has a great chance in winning this entire tournament?
Yes, I do. I mean, he has a really good chance at this point. I mean, he played a very tactical and strategic surprise there. He went on offense and defense at the same time, using Matogany with a shield, but then also again trying to take shots at Sheepdon there.
Well, that was pretty good, though. You saw Entomb Newt using the shield throughout the matchup, and then realized that whenever Sheep Dream was going against Entomb Newt, he would hide behind the shield and then go on the attack when Sheep Dream was vulnerable. And it looks like Entomb Newt capitalized. And at this point in time in round 2, the two will continue on. Remember, folks, going back to what I was saying, Glitch, the champion, he did win the championship back in the 10-year anniversary event a couple of weeks ago. Well, he will be facing the #1 contender. Well, we're about to find out who's going to be the #1 contender by the conclusion of this broadcast between Entomb Newt and Sheep Dream. The winner of this match is going to advance. Standing by, though, we have GH5Q and FedEx. The two will clash later on. The winner of that match will then face the winner of this match. And the winner of that match will then head on to face the champion Glitch. So here we go. Again, the match is transpiring as we speak, but I really can't wait for this, though. I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of suspense because of the build. There's so much pressure because at the end of the broadcast, there is a major announcement. We'll get to that, but it probably perhaps has to deal with the fact that the Gaming Weekly is changing. And remember what the board of directors said. The board of directors issued a statement regarding the Gaming Weekly state that the Gaming Weekly will no longer be seen as normal anymore, that things will be shaking up in TGW, and we're about to find out in a matter of moments. We'll talk about that, though, at the end of the broadcast. Again, we understand that it looks like, we understand that there's going to be someone at the end of the broadcast who has an announcement regarding that. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Matchup is underway. Sheep Dream, though, looking to pick apart Entomb Newt. Moments ago, Entomb Newt picked up the victory with 1 point as opposed to Sheep Dream with 0. This is Sheep Dream's first TGW broadcast here tonight. So we're about to find out if Sheep Dream is going to get his revenge against Entomb Newt. And Sheep Dream planting the diffuser, which means that Entomb Newt has no other recourse here but to approach Sheep Dream so he can actually, well, diffuse the diffuser, so to speak. Sheep Dream, uh-oh, here we go. Matchup is going to break down in just a moment here. Minigun, this is going to be so suspenseful. The action completely impeccable. And there's Sheep Dream with a great revenge. A shot to the face. Entomb Newt collapsed. And now that was an emphatic statement. A statement with authority from Sheep Dream saying, hey, listen, you may have got me in the first round, but not in the second round. I still have some left in me.
Yeah, he made a really good baiting maneuver there. He put the diffuser down so that he can try and get Entomb just to come by and try to defuse it, even after sending a claymore down to bait him in there and then actually acting his revenge. Pretty great move, actually. Pretty standard one, too.
Great sequence, of course, from Entomb Newt and Sheep Dream at the moment. They're both 1 point apiece. They're both tied. The momentum beginning to build for Sheep Dream, though, with that kill that he just had over Entomb Newt, means that Sheep Dream is going to gain the confidence. Entomb Newt, though, is going to shatter that confidence. That is, if Entomb Newt lets Sheep Dream in his head. I have a question for you. What is your deal with Xbox Freak Pete? I mean, you were saying that you were happy to take his spot, and you were saying that apparently you were looking to permanently take his spot.
10 seconds to go.
Just some complicated situations that are going on right now. I'll just put it at that right now.
Well, do you believe that Xbox Freak Pete is a good commentator? I believe, in my opinion, my broadcast colleague Xbox Freak Pete is a tremendous worker here in TGW. He's a great commentator. He's done a lot in TGW over the past couple of years, so you should give him some respect and credit in my eyes.
I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, he's, from a lot of people, from what they say, is, he's done some great things, but then, let's just say there's been a lot of things in the inside that he hasn't, well, shown us yet. Let's just put it that way.
Well, it goes both ways for you as well. And I think Xbox Freak Pete is a humble human being that you should be. As Entomb Newt is now looking to, nice to work with you again, Minigun. Entomb Newt looking to, of course, plant some sort of plot. Uh-oh, from behind, the attack and the assault continues, but Entomb Newt once again behind that shield. And you see here that Entomb Newt, look at this, they're face to face, but Sheep Dream realizes that Entomb Newt is behind that shield. Sheep Dream can't do anything about it until Entomb Newt drops it. I mean, this is a predicament in which Sheep Dream has to think outside of the box. He's going to have to try to think of some sort of plot to try to thwart Entomb Newt's plan here. Entomb Newt, oh, wait a minute, Entomb Newt just fell. You just saw that. Entomb Newt, a little bit of a mistake there. Entomb Newt falling from the top of the ceiling to the floor below, and that cost him. You gotta be, that was actually pretty incredible if you think about it. Entomb Newt may have lost his equilibrium, his steps, so to speak. It allowed Sheep Dream to get the free point, I might add. Sheep Dream is at 2, and it looks like Entomb Newt is at 1. This is the turning point of the matchup. This is the match point. If Sheep Dream does indeed get another point, his dreams will finally be realized. He'll be advancing in the tournament. We're going to find out if that happens next.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are awaiting for the great announcement at the end of the broadcast. TGW has been issuing this statement that the Gaming Weekly is going to be changing its look, that the Gaming Weekly is going to be changing its style, that the Gaming Weekly is going to be changing its image, that the entire community is going to change for the rest of the tenure of TGW. We're about to find out exactly what that means, but I guess that's the end of the broadcast, the main event, a major bombshell. The major bombshell moments ago was the fact that Entomb Newt dropped from the top of the ceiling below. Did you expect that, Minigun?
No, actually I really didn't. At this point, he's gonna find a way to get the points on 2-on-2 here and then get into another match point to possibly, win for this. That is, if he can actually get a comeback on this.
And Entomb Newt's gonna have to dig down deep inside, making sure that he's gonna scratch and claw back to the top, which Entomb Newt was at the top for a time being at the beginning of the matchup with a great shot. And, I do want to make this a point, though. I mean, Entomb Newt was kind of gaining control. It wasn't Sheep Dream that killed Entomb Newt. It was Entomb Newt's mistake that cost him that match. and he fell from the top of the ceiling to the ground below.
Yeah, that is true. Then again, he was on a limited time on the attacking side, and so he was trying to pick up the pace on trying to either defuse the bomb and actually, win that round. So at that point, he was trying to be cautious at the same time, but then also realizing that he messed up a tiny bit of all due respect.
You mentioned pick up the pace. Well, right now, Intuminut's going to have to try to pick up the offense here. We are in match point. For Sheep Dream, he just needs to kill Intuminut one last time, and Sheep Dream will advance in the tournament. Remember, this is all to crown a number 1 contender to face Glitch down the road for the championship, the prestigious title that was won a couple of weeks back in the very incredible, illustrious 10-year anniversary event. Many of the great TGW fans and superstars had a great time in the 10-year anniversary event. We're going to continue the legacy in the championship round. Sheep Dream, of course, looking on, Intuminut as well. This is where the suspense begins to build, and this is the moment on Rainbow Six Siege, folks, when you begin to think to yourself, what in the world do I have to do to try to knock off the opponent? I think Sheep Dream realizes what he has to do. He planted the diffuser, and remember before, Sheep Dream planted the diffuser before a couple of rounds ago, and it worked. Sheep Dream was able to pick up the victory. If he does this again here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Sheep Dream is going to be advancing in this tournament. This is going to be a great action-packed game at the moment. Sheep Dream now scouting out the area. 28 seconds. Here we go. There's Entombed in sight. Entombed now. Oh, and Intuminut, though, this time around, it didn't happen. Intuminut just knocked down Sheep Dream. Now, Intuminut has to make sure that he destroys the diffuser. Oh, my Lord. Sheep Dream, though, with a great victory. That was incredible.
Ooh.
You saw that explosion taking place.
Yeah,
it was
the
a great
Claymore
victory
placement.
And Sheep Dream Minigun is advancing this tournament here, and Sheep Dream, as I mentioned, may realize his dream in becoming a champion perhaps down the road. And Intuminut has nothing to be ashamed of. He did a really good job in there in that war, in that battle. But it was Sheep Dream in his first TGW debut who does indeed advance in this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, we're going to be joined by GH5Q and FedEx. The two will be battling. The winner of that match is going to be facing Sheep Dream, and the winner of that match is going to be advancing to face the champion Glitch down the road on Rainbow Six Siege. Ladies and gentlemen, moments ago, we just saw the incredible victory from Sheep Dream, his first TGW debut, and may be a champion, but there's still one match to go. And then we have another match up next. GH5Q versus FedEx. The two are going to be battling again to advance in the tournament to face Sheep Dream to see who's going to be facing the champion Glitch, the steamed champion who won the title against Echo a couple of weeks ago in TGW. FedEx versus GH5Q going to be taking place right now, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight on a Friday evening for the Gaming Weekly presenting Rainbow Six Siege action. We do want to thank you so much for spending your time with the Gaming Weekly here tonight, whether if it's Twitch or if it's on YouTube. TGW fan base truly is the base of all time. We really have the greatest fans. And FedEx and GH5Q, of course, now strategies will be getting to implement here. We've seen GH5Q on Rocket League many times before. We saw him on Multiverses. He also is a #1 contender for the Multiverses Free-For-All Championship. But can GH5Q add another contendership to his list? Can he be the #1 contender on Rainbow Six Siege to face the champion Glitch? We're going to find out in just a matter of moments here. For FedEx, this is actually his first time in 3 years that FedEx actually has joined a TGW event. FedEx, of course, a TGW veteran. He was here 3 years ago, helping the TGW broadcast. He, of course, returns here tonight against GH5Q here on Rainbow Six Siege, and the action continues here tonight. Minigun, how impressed are you over this? It's great action here tonight.
I'm very impressed, but I also want to mention something here. It's about our good old British pumpkins. I mean, Avery and his friends.
A bomb has been located.
British pumpkins? What is wrong with you? First off, they're from Canada from what was said, and secondly, who calls their friends British pumpkins?
Oh, 'tis but a scratch. Fine, you got me there, Adrian, for once. However, they're not my friends.
Well, who calls the people that they're stalking pumpkins?
Well, okay, buddy. I am not stalking them, okay? I just wanted to say that I got the chance to play with Avery's friends. I mean, yeah, they are pretty cool and all. I mean, I know Xbox Free play with them as well, too. You know what the best part is, Adrian?
Oh.
They don't like you.
Yes. Yep, that's real nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, but
Can
I
we
mean,
please focus?
other than that, I feel like being their friends too. It'd be cool.
Thank you. Can we please focus now on the match? Moments ago, we just had a developing story while you were wandering off. FedEx just got the first point of the matchup.
Oh, you're very
FedEx
funny.
has 1 point. Well, GH5Q just went down and out. FedEx now has the great momentum boost, and it looks like here FedEx may have a chance to advance in this tournament as well. Rainbow Six Siege is so intense, as I mentioned before, but it really is so suspenseful. It's tactical. You have to strategize deeply to make sure that you're able to advance. And one of the strategies here, Minigun, that these TGW superstars competing here tonight tend to follow, tend to implement, is that they listen closely. Because Rainbow Six Siege at times, it gets very quiet. And when it's like that, you have to listen in. Sometimes noise will tell you where your opponent is at.
Well, you also got to listen carefully too, especially when you're on offense and defense on the game as well. So yeah.
Yeah, multitude of different attacks, strategies at this point. Rainbow Six Siege, of course, one of the staples in TGW, has been played since 2017. TGW continuing the tradition here tonight. A very special broadcast, the return of Minigun Killer 10. FedEx returns after 3 years. We saw him back in 2019. And, of course, the announcement, the blockbuster announcement, which will be delivered at the end of the broadcast. We're going to find out later on. And, of course, the Rainbow Six Siege #1 contendership to face the esteemed champion Glitch. There we go, FedEx throwing a form of bomb at this point in time. And we are live on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to watch this on Twitch, it's the Gaming Weekly No Spaces. To watch it live on Twitch, or if you want to watch it on YouTube, just wait until the broadcast is officially uploaded a couple of days after. There's FedEx now, wasting little time, and it is Rainbow Six Siege. It's in the name. You have to siege in the house on Twitch. And here we go, GH5Q. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Here we go. You gotta be kidding me. FedEx out of nowhere walked in. So take a look at this minigun. Take a look at this.
Oh.
So we saw right here, FedEx realized that it was a prone and vulnerable GH5Q. GH5Q was looking at the other side. FedEx came in, realized at that moment he could capitalize, and zoned in and attacked the opponent, killed the opponent. Now we're at 2 points for FedEx. FedEx is dictating the pace of this match. Not only dictating the pace, but also gaining control here.
Yeah, I saw.
So your prediction, do you think... Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, FedEx, kind of made like a, very risky, but then also rushed in on GH5Q there. As in for GH5Q, when he was on the attacking side last round, he was trying to, stealthily and carefully predict on what move he was supposed to make. But,
Yes.
For FedEx over there, he got a bit overconfident there. But somehow he got really lucky in actually trying to take down GH5Q there, I will say.
Again, we are live on Twitch, known as the Gaming Weekly No Spaces on Twitch. Sometimes you can be overzealous in a game like Rainbow Six Siege, or just video games in general, and when you're overzealous, it works against you. Perhaps maybe GH5Q tonight is being overzealous, hence the reason why for the loss that he suffered in the past 2 rounds. Hey, listen, you don't want to discredit GH5Q. He's a great competitor. We saw him many times on Rocket League. We saw him many times on Multiverses. Just tonight on Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, it seems to be, perhaps though, a very tough night for GH5Q in the return for FedEx. What a story for FedEx. After 3 years in the Gaming Weekly, he returns tonight, and imagine the statement he can make after that return to win a contendership, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine how incredible that's going to be. I can see why his name is FedEx, because he can deliver, that's for sure. Deliver great style of offenses, great maneuvers, and great sets of different strategies and such. FedEx now zoning in, continues to look around the house. At the moment, sees no signs of GH5Q. For GH5Q, there is so much suspense beginning to build, especially over the fact that FedEx has had GH5Q's number in the past 2 rounds. This is the match point, meaning that if FedEx is able to kill off GH5Q here tonight, GH5Q will be eliminated officially. FedEx will continue the tournament to face Sheep, who's standing by. The winner of that round will then face Glitch down the road in the TGW Championships. Plenty of different championships are going to be up for grabs. Of course, Multiverses, the free-for-all champion, will be defended soon. And we also have the free-for-all singles champion on Rainbow Six Siege going to be defended. Uh-oh! FedEx has just planted a diffuser. Great strategy, great planning. And we saw this moments ago from Sheep himself. It worked every single time. GH5Q has to make sure. Oh, look at this. He got him. GH5Q got him. GH5Q got him. FedEx fell for the trap, fell for the bait. Take another look. FedEx was trying to defuse the diffuser, and then out of nowhere, GH5Q came in and shot down FedEx. This is a turning point now, something that we did not expect, Minigun. We did not expect this little kill from GH5Q.
No, I mean, yeah, then again, he did the same thing like last match with Steep Cheat and FedEx there. They did a more of like a stealthy approach for baiting him in there to the diffuser and then taking in the kill once surveying where he was.
Or in Tomb Newt and Sheep, you meant. FedEx is in the game right now.
Oh. Never mind then.
It's always fun working with you, Minigun.
Oh, you're very funny.
Matchup is underway, and again, Adrian, Matt, and Minigun Killer 10 at game side, ladies and gentlemen. We're still awaiting for the announcement at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast concerning the different image of TGW, and we'll find out what that is all about. But right now, it's FedEx and GH5Q. Again, we're still in the match point because FedEx needs one more point to advance in the tournament. But with that kill that GH5Q just acquired, you best believe that was a confidence booster, and sometimes that's all it takes for you to gain confidence to then gain control of the matchup. And look at this, GH5Q was, I guess, perhaps mocking the opponent. You saw how GH5Q was teabagging, was actually, I guess, trying to get in the mind of FedEx. Would you agree that's a smart strategy to try to play mind games, to try to thwart your opponent off?
Well, sure, yeah, it's a good, tactic in a sense, but then at the same time, it's also kind of a, with all due respect, cocky move as well, just kind of trying to not only bait your opponent in there, but then also, try to get him all tensed up and stressed just because of trying to win this match here, so yeah.
Right, that was definitely deliberate. GH5Q deliberately mocking FedEx to get in the mind of FedEx, and it may have worked. Oh my, wait a minute, FedEx though with a shot to GH5Q right into the midsection. Take another look at the replay. That was incredible. FedEx has advanced in the tournament. We now have an official winner. Congratulations to FedEx returning after 3 years in TGW here tonight on Rainbow Six Siege. Going to be facing the other contender, that is Cheap Dream. Ladies and gentlemen, up next in TGW, FedEx will face Cheap Dream in a one-on-one. The winner of that match will be the official contender to face Glitch, the champion, who is standing by. He's looking on Twitch at the moment. The champion has a keen vested interest here tonight. And now it is slated between FedEx and Cheap Dream. They're both pivoted to go against each other for the #1 contendership slot. Adrian, Matt, and Minigun Killer 10 here at game side. Xbox Freak P cannot make it here tonight. He will be out over the next couple of weeks. Minigun, of course, has returned. And Minigun, this is going to be high stakes, high drama, because the winner of this match is going to be facing the champion Glitch down the road. If you're one of these competitors, how nervous would you be?
You know what? Honestly, I'd be kind of nervous myself, actually.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. And
well, goosebumps,
again,
so to speak, yeah.
Of course, goosebumps filled, nerves beginning to build inside, butterflies, of course, inside as well. For Sheep Dream, this is his first TGW broadcast, making his TGW appearance for the first time. So just imagine the amount of pressure. And for FedEx as well. FedEx, this is his first time in 3 years being a part of TGW events. So there's a lot of pressure for both of these superstars, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to rise up into the pecking order and trying to rise into the mountain, so to speak, the mountain of TGW. And currently at the top of that mountain on Rainbow Six Siege is the champion standing tall. Glitch, who is the esteemed champion, folks, is looking on, will be seeing, will be spectating, will be assessing who his #1 contendership opponent is going to be between the two.
Hey, so speaking of nerve, Agent Matt.
Yes.
I have a
Look, I have something to say here real quick.
I was spectating the stream as him against the other dude. So I know a bit about his playstyle, Thunderbird.
Freak Pete, I have a little bit of a challenge for you. You know, I'm calling you out. You know, speaking of nerve.
Oh, come on, Minigun. Why do you have to call out Xbox Freak Pete? I already told you he's a great guy. He's a great gentleman. He's humble. He's a very esteemed commentator as well. He works hard every single week.
I get it. I understand. Then again, Adrian, you know, there's some things that you don't know that, you know, me and Xbox have done.
Well, we're going to find out. That seems to be a developing story. Here we go. Look at this. Shot fired by Sheep Dream. Shot right into the midsection. FedEx, though, backed off for a little bit. This is all for the #1 contendership slot to face Glitch, the champion. There is so much on the line here tonight. So much riding as well. Oh my lord, FedEx just shot down Sheep Dream when Sheep Dream was trying to enter into the house. Sheep Dream was outside of the window, went right back inside, and FedEx with a clear-cut shot right into the side of the face, and it looks like Sheep Dream just collapsed there, and the champion Glitch has his work cut out for him. He's got a lot of competition, folks, because if FedEx brings this type of style against Glitch, Glitch is going to have a huge match in his hands down the road. But again, folks, we're still talking about that announcement. The Gaming Weekly is going to have an announcement concerning the change of state, so to speak. The Gaming Weekly is going to be changing up a bit here in the next couple of weeks. But again, I'm still surprised over the fact that FedEx has been absolutely dominating throughout the matchup. He has been impressive. And again, the champion Glitch is looking on. Going to be seeing who's going to be the official #1 contender. We are back here again. FedEx versus Sheep Dream, 30-20. FedEx is now, of course, scouting out the area. And it's important for you to use drones here, Minigun, because with those drones, with those cameras, you can actually scout out the opponent where you're at right now.
Yeah, you can survey the area so you can know what you're getting into before you actually get in there.
Exactly, and it can assist them. And FedEx now, action phase has developed. For FedEx, he's going to have to make sure that he carries that momentum that he's been garnering and carrying throughout the entirety of this event, which is something important that FedEx needs to do. Now look at this. FedEx now is continuing the assault, which means Sheep Dream has to stay on alert. He hears the shots in the background. Sheep Dream does indeed hear the shots in the background, folks. And look at this, a little bit of a deja vu, but this time around it was flipped. A little bit of a deja vu moment. Moments ago, we saw it was Sheep Dream entering into the house out of the window. FedEx shot Sheep Dream down. Now in this round, it was FedEx entering from the window, and it was Sheep that shot down FedEx. So the tables were turned there. Now we're back up to a tie, a point apiece. Sheep Dream and FedEx battling back and forth. This is great action here tonight, Minigun. And I'll tell you one thing. For these two, they know how important it is to be a champion here in the Gaming Weekly, to carve out that legacy, as I mentioned many times over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
to make sure that you stand out.
Right, the competition is getting real at this point now.
But it was interesting, because round 1 had FedEx shoot Sheep Dream through the window. In round 2, it was Sheep Dream that shot FedEx through the window. Same story, different scenario. Here we go. Now it's round 3 here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be quite interesting, though. For both of these gentlemen, they have to make sure that they correct the wrongs and understand the wrongs so they can correct it here in this round and gain the momentum that they need. That desperate momentum that they have to make sure they carry. That way they can actually go to the championship finals another time in TGW down the pipeline to face the esteemed champion Glitch, who is, again, looking on. And we know how proud Glitch is as a champion. He's been champion on Rainbow Six Siege multiple times. He's been here over the past couple of months. He's been doing a tremendous job as a champion. He would love to continue his championship reign for both of these for one of these superstars, I should say. For one of these guys, it would be in their best interest, though, to break that championship reign and to stand tall and to win the title. So FedEx now is looking on and scouting at the area. And Sheep Dream, shooting something, trying to perhaps lure FedEx in. Sometimes it can be like that. Sheep Dream might be shooting on purpose. That way he can lure FedEx in and then later shoot the guy. That could be some sort of strategic point, something that would be interesting to see in this match.
He's baiting him in with noise.
And if you're just joining us, and if you're just joining us, moments ago, Minigun Killer 10, you called that Xbox Freak Peep, but there's not much information as of now, correct?
I mean, the only thing I can really tell you right now, again, is that, you know, there is some things that are between us and Xbox, me and Freak Pete. But yeah, for now, I'll just keep it at that.
I have to root for Xbox, though. I think he's a really good person, human being deep down inside. Here we go, though. Sheep Dream, though, with a shot and missed through. Back and forth action. Here we go. FedEx out of nowhere trying to shoot down Sheep Dream, and FedEx went back inside. Sheep Dream once again now going to take his turn, and a shot to FedEx. FedEx just went down and out. Sheep Dream now needs one more point. Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contendership is up for grabs to face Glitch, the champion. Sheep Dreams on his first TGW night and his first broadcast debut may very well acquire that contendership. This is a matchup that everyone is literally enjoying at the moment because of how great it is at the moment. Minigun, there is so much suspense right now.
Indeed, there is. Again, the competition
So
is
FedEx.
getting quite tense and real at this point.
Well, very much so. And for FedEx, after the loss that he suffered for the past 2 rounds, now it's going to be time for FedEx to deeply dig down deep inside and to try to gather some sort of flurry, a flurry of offense, to try to make sure that he's able to just officially floor Sheep Dream here tonight. Can FedEx successfully do it? Again, so much suspense and pressure's building up inside. Sometimes the pressure can work for you, and sometimes it can work against you. So for FedEx, we're about to find out whether or not that pressure that's building up inside is going to work against him again. Sheep Dream using that drone, looking on at the moment. Again, we're still waiting for that incredible announcement.
That's not Sheep Dream.
At the end of the broadcast. I should say FedEx was using the drone. Sheep Dream is, of course, on display at the moment. And Minigun, I have a question for you. You've played Rainbow Six Siege before.
5 seconds left.
Yes, I have indeed.
How difficult is it to try to make sure that you, as a competitor, how difficult is it to try to find and locate your opponent, to try to make sure that you get the upper hand?
You know, Adrian, I'm actually glad you asked that question, and it's a very, good question at that. That really depends, to be honest, with the certain operators that you have. Like for Sledge on the attacking side, he destroys barriers, destroys wood walls and all that. He's a good person to be rushing with. And so for like Echo, he has a drone, he can scout and all that. It really depends on what sort of playing style you go for. And so with the playing style you use for certain operators is depending on how you do it. Especially with the weapons that you use in that game.
So what you're saying is that it depends on the character that you use on Rainbow Six Siege, really?
Well,
with the
it's not only that.
Yeah,
it's not only that, but it's also understanding, how to proceed with it and how to, hold defensive and offensive between certain times.
I gotcha. And here we go. You saw moments ago, Sheep Dream almost had a shot against FedEx. It was so close. FedEx realized that, though, and he backed off, now trying to make sure that he scouts out. Sheep Dream now is backing off. And it's FedEx, though. Look at the life of FedEx. FedEx is about to be eliminated. Sheep Dream is still full health. Sheep Dream still has 100% health. FedEx, though, is about to die. FedEx, folks, is just moments away. Just one final shot, and Sheep Dream will again realize his dream.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And he did it. Sheep Dream does it. He does it. Sheep Dream does indeed advance in the tournament. Sheep Dream on his first TGW night here tonight in its broadcast debut defeats FedEx.
Good game.
And Sheep Dream, ladies and gentlemen, advances in the tournament. Blitch, the champion, is set to defend the title against Sheep Dream.
Good game.
I will say, what a comeback. Well
Good game,
played for
FedEx.
both.
You did really good. I think I started doing better at the end because I felt like
What a
I
match.
had a lot of pressure on me, and I decided to just push
What a
myself
tournament
to
tonight.
win.
Yeah.
But yeah, good game.
What a
Good game,
tournament
good game.
here, ladies and gentlemen. What a tournament. We saw incredible action from Entomb Newt and FedEx, GH5Q, and of course the winner of the entire tournament, that being none other than Sheep Dream, who now is focusing on his dream here tonight in the Gaming Weekly
May I
to
say
one day
something?
win the championship.
I would kindly like to give the honor of getting to the finals to FedEx for his good sportsmanship. So, am I allowed to do that?
I don't think you can. You won the number one contendership, so I guess you only are the contender. It would be pretty cool. Great sportsmanship from you, Sheep. Great action from FedEx. It was a great show of display. He did a tremendous job, but again, Sheep Dream, you will be advancing in the tournament.
Okay, well, GG.
Thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now down to the main event, and this is something that we've been mentioning over the past hour or so. The
Indeed.
Gaming Weekly is going to be changing. Well, from what we understand, things are going to be shaken up a bit. Things are going to be turning upside down, and the entire landscape of the Gaming Weekly will change from here on out. Well, I don't really have much information, but from what I was told, you, Minigun, my broadcast colleague for the evening, does have some information concerning this developing story. So I have to ask the question, what is the development? What is going on here?
Well, Adrian, I'm just going to put it simply for you. It is a really good question, nevertheless. However, there are going to be some changes, yes, indeed. But, however, I cannot release that sort of information yet. I will say it will be one heck of a surprise for not only the TGW fans, but for everybody in the whole TGW community. That's all I can say, ladies and gentlemen.
Things really are shaking up here in the Gaming Weekly. What does Minigun have in store? And remember the call out for Xbox Freak Pete. Minigun calling out Xbox Freak Pete. And the fact is, TGW will forever change down the road. Congratulations to Sheep, who has the #1 contendership slot to face Glitch the championship. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time live in the Gaming Weekly.